Hari Hari. So we're going to continue from where we left off, chapter 4, text 11. As all surrender unto me, I reward them accordingly. Everyone follows my path in all respects, O son of Pritha. Two parts to this translation. The second part, everyone follows my path in all respects. Srila Prabhupada really elaborates on that in the purport. How if a person wants to merge into Brahman, Krishna allows for that. They want to engage in personal loving service in so many different relationships, Krishna allows for that. If a person wants to gain wealth through the process of karma kanda, Krishna allows for that. So in that way, whatever path one wants, we're ultimately, Krishna's allowing for all of it. So in that way, we are following Krishna's path. It's the first part of the translation which we don't fully appreciate, and which is actually, I think, as Vaishnavas, is extremely important. It certainly has been for me. Is all surrender unto me. That's a good word. We don't appreciate it enough. We think, oh yeah, I'm not fully surrendered, but I have been surrendered. I'm trying to surrender. Oftentimes I'm in a mood of surrender. No. Let's change the word just to get a different feel for what Krishna is alluding to here. Let's change surrender to trust. You've all seen that exercise where a person folds their hands across their chests. The person's friends are behind them. They close their eyes and they fall. That's trust. We often hear, oh, you have to earn. Trust has to be earned. Pish tosh. If trust is earned, it's not trust. It's a guarantee, right? If someone is consistently showing they're responsible in a certain way, then you give them a little more privilege. You're hedging your bets. This person has been this way, so I'm going to trust them and give them a little more privilege. That's not trust. Trust means you have absolutely no idea what the outcome is going to be. That's trust. Draupadi, that's trust. Hands in the air, she has no clue what the outcome is going to be. That's trust. There is no history of where this could possibly go one way or the other. There's no question that Draupadi had a close relationship with Krishna. But this is a situation that is out of everybody's comfort zone. No one knows what is going to happen in this situation when Draupadi is being stripped naked. She doesn't know. No one in the world has come to that point, come to this incident, this type of assault in public up until that time. This is unheard of. Uncharted territory. Trust. That's what trust is. That's what Krishna is talking about in this verse. As you trust, so the devotee is rewarded. But the discussion about trust is actually premature. Let's just put that aside. We're nowhere near that level of trust, so let's stop. Let's stop kidding ourselves. Put that aside. That's postgraduate. We're still in kindergarten. Let's explore something else in this verse. Reward. That's where we have to gain clarification. We'll come to trust, but let's first gain clarification on reward. We think the reward is health. The reward is a long life. The reward is getting the job that I wanted, getting admitted in the school that I wanted, marrying the guy or the girl I wanted, having children who are intelligent, which I'd always hoped for. We think those are the rewards. That's not what Krishna is talking about here. We think the reward is security. When Draupadi threw her hands in the air, she did not have security. We think the reward is comfort, ease of existence in this material world. We think that's the reward. It's not. The reward is love. That's the reward. Now the question is, do we want that? Are you absolutely sure that love, pure love of Krishna, that's the reward you want? And this is, Parikshit Maharaj asked this very question he asked Shukadev Goswami, so my dear Shukadev Goswami, why is it that the devotees of Lord Shiva, they worship Lord Shiva and they get all kinds of prosperity, wealth, and so many wonderful things, whereas the devotees of Vishnu, they worship Vishnu and they're all in the poorhouse. And Vishnu is the husband of the goddess of fortune, Lakshmi Devi, the goddess of wealth. Why is it that the devotees, it seems it's backwards? This is the question Parikshit Maharaj asked Shukadev Goswami. And Shukadev Goswami said, Lord Shiva, well, I wouldn't say Lord Shiva, I'll use this, Shiv Shakti, the energy or the nature, Shiv Tattva, that is Lord Shiva. The Shiv Shakti is material nature. It's the material universe. It is material existence. That is Shiv Shakti. In so many different manifestations, three gunas, sattva, rajas, and tamas, in the modes of material nature, false ego, the material elements, that's all Shiv Shakti. So when the devotee of Shiva worships Shiv Shakti, Shiv Tattva, Lord Shiva, the result is material nature, material wealth, material health, all these things are rewarded to the Shiva Bhakta. When the devotee of Hari worships Vishnu, worships Krishna, Vishnu is completely aloof from material nature. So what you're going to get, the results of worshiping Hari, who is completely aloof and above material nature, what's going to result from that is also going to have nothing to do with material nature. Nothing to do with it. The reward of surrender, of full trust in Krishna, is nothing to do with anything on the material level. Not health, not wealth, not a beautiful wife, not a husband that has a brain. None of those things. Not comfort, not security. These are not things that come as a reward from Hari Bhakti. The reward of Hari Bhakti is bhakti. That's it. So we must answer the question of ourselves, do we want that reward? Now we know what the reward is. Are we clear that we want that reward? And that's the problem. That is certainly the problem with myself. We want, and we've gone over this before in the previous lectures, we want ease of existence, we want security, we want good health, we want a grihastha life that is smooth sailing as much as it can possibly be. We want to be free from misery as much as we can possibly expect or have in this world. And we're going to Krishna to get it. Now, of course, if we want these things, the best thing to do is to go to Krishna. Of course, I'm not denying that. Krishna himself has said that in the Bhagavad Gita. But I'm talking on a higher level of understanding here. We don't need to go to Krishna for those things. We don't go to Dunkin' Donuts for a pizza. We want a pizza? Go to Pizza Hut. Want a donut? Go to Dunkin' Donuts. Another example I like to use is a mobile home, right? An RV. You need a gallon of milk. You need to go to the corner store to get a gallon of milk. You can walk there, or you can take an RV. Krishna is the RV. Krishna can do so much more than getting you to the corner store for a gallon of milk. Worship the demigods. That's walking to the corner store. That's all you need. Worship the demigods. If that's your proclivity, get a job and walk to the corner store. Of course, you can get into the RV and drive to the corner store for a gallon of milk. But that's not the reward. Dhruva Maharaj is the story. That's the case in point. Dhruva Maharaj, his mother told him, ask Vishnu, ask Krishna to get what you want. Dhruva Maharaj got what he wanted and realized, once he saw Krishna, he realized he didn't want it. That's the reward. The reward is Krishna Bhakti. Not comfort, not security, not health, not wealth, not a beautiful, wonderful wife, husband, not obedient children. That's not the reward. Understand that. We come with clarity on those issues, it will transform your sadhana and your devotionalist life. I guarantee it. Okay, I'll leave you alone. Hari Hari.